Hello and goodbye February. Month went by like that. It's like it's the quickest month of the year or something. I think I made that joke last year. Is it even a joke? I don't know. It's pretty real. Before I talk about what I did this month, I just want to say thank you very much for your support this last month. Mystical Ninja Starring Goemon, my passion project, someone called it, which it really is. I mean, it's my favorite game of all time, the one I've been most intimidated to review. I was really worried about it, and even releasing it, I was like, be kind, and then everyone was super cool. I don't know why I ever even get nervous. You guys are always awesome. The feedback really made me feel like I was able to do the game justice, and that was really important to me. I mean, it's the one that I've been waiting to do forever. I'm like, you know, I don't think I have my formula down quite yet, or whatever the reasons would be, and there were multiple reasons, which I'll probably talk about in my next video, by the way. But yeah, it worked really well. You guys were really cool. I tried to interact with as many of you as possible, but I ended up getting busy with the next project, so I haven't responded to all of you yet, but I'd like to at some point. So thank you if you haven't seen that review in the links, along with all this other stuff. So that brings me to this month. I really wanted to have a review out by now. I know I say that all the time, but I was really working hardcore on this one. Goemon's Great Adventure. So in the comments of the last video, a lot of people brought it up. It's like, oh, I wonder when he's gonna do the sequel. Some people joked, oh, like probably 5 years from now based on my last one. Fair enough. So I figured it'd be cool if I could keep the momentum going, and getting another one out this month would kind of do that. Well, I wasn't able to do it, obviously, but this one somehow is gonna be like almost double the length of the one that I just did. There's reasons for that, and I'll talk about them in the next video, because what I want to talk about kind of expands out beyond just Goemon's Great Adventure. It's kind of about the series a little bit, and kind of the direction that they took after that. So I'm going to talk about that plenty in it, which should be out, I'm hoping 2-3 weeks, we'll say, maybe 3 weeks to be safe, sometime this month. Just to give you a progress report on that, I'm about 50% of the way done, I'd say. I mean, the script has been kind of the hard part, and somehow it's, like I said, it's about double the script of the Mystical Ninja Starring Goemon one. It kind of flowed, and there was no problem getting that much material together, and that makes it look like it's probably going to be about a little over a half hour this next video. So hopefully that's cool with you guys. I did post on Twitter like, hey guys, is this too long? And everyone's like, no, I'd love it to be long. Other people, hey, as long as it's not boring, it'll be good. So that's probably what I should aim for. Try and make sure that it's entertaining throughout, because that's a long time for a video, but we'll see. It'll be as long as it's going to be, I guess. Script is all but finished. Video game footage is all but complete. I've recorded a good part of the camera stuff, kind of the production stuff. I'm getting into the post-production stuff next. So yeah, pre-production, I'm into the production phase. Yeah, I'm thinking probably another 3-ish weeks, and I should have it done, I'd say. Barring unforeseen issues, of course, in addition to another video that I'd like to get out this month, if I'm able to do it. We'll see. Totally unrelated to Goemon, just a different video that I had in mind for March. But let's talk about what I really did this month. Let's Get Podcast is back. About a year ago, we recorded an episode of Let's Get Podcast, and about a half hour in, it stopped recording. Unbeknownst to us, we did the whole 3 hours or whatever we did, and all that was left was that half hour. I've talked about it before. So what I decided to do was go ahead and do a full episode again on the same topic, which is Namco. We did that, and then I threw it in kind of as like a bonus episode. So it's like the lost episode or whatever. So it's pretty much, you got your standard 3-hour podcast about Namco, and then a half-hour kind of bonus thing. There's just kind of some goofy stuff. Very little about Namco before it shut off, because that's the usual goofy stuff we do. On this episode of the podcast, Andrew couldn't make it, but Johnny Ketchum, Dabo Banjo, I'm gonna call him Fulio1990, Ryan is on the podcast, and we had Rick V back. So speaking of Rick V, I did another thing with him this month, and that is for his Yokoi kids. It's not a podcast, it's kind of a collaborative Game Boy of the Month club, we'll call it. So I'm gonna link that in the description below, but like I did artwork for it, because he was kind of like, hey, everybody submit whatever you want, you know, submit video, audio, pictures, whatever. So I drew a picture. I never draw, you can tell. It's like, hey, Eric's age 8, psych, I'm 35. It's pretty bad, but whatever. I could just figured I'd give it a shot. I did it with my calligraphy pens just to see if it looked cool. It's all right. I also wrote up a review, and I was part of kind of a mini podcast with Rick. So check that out in the links below. So Let's Get Podcast and a half, and Yokoi Kids. So there's the content for this month, and then the promise that I'm working on Goemon's Great Adventure. I really thought it'd be cool if I could keep that momentum going, you know, oh man, video a month, I might actually do it, and then just couldn't quite make it. I really had every intention of doing it until I saw that that script was 9 pages, like, yeah, 9.5 pages. I'm like, man, that's gonna be double the length almost of the Goemon video, so yeah, we'll see. Speaking of Yokoi Kids, the Game Boy Game of the Month club I just mentioned, if you want to play this game that we're playing this month, the game of the month is called Quirk. It sure is a quirky game. It's a puzzle game. Very unique puzzle game. I actually remember playing this with Andrew. Andrew was a big fan of this. Andrew from the podcast was a big fan of it, and I played it at his house. It's difficult. I mean, some of those puzzle games, I'm just like, man, I feel dumb trying to do this. Like, almost start making progress. Yeah, I got this. Oh, I had no idea how to solve this puzzle. So talk about it. I don't want to talk about it too much because, you know, I'm going to start getting into my stuff. Hopefully get a submission out this coming month. So early in March. If you want to submit something, draw, write, talk about, whatever, submissions, link is also in the description. So upcoming, I'm working on a lot of stuff. So I'm working on the Quirk stuff. I'm working on the Goemon's Great Adventure stuff. And I'd like to have another video out by the end of March. We'll see. And just because of the topic and everything, I don't know if I'm going to get it done on time, so might as well not even announce it. But I am working on Goemon's Great Adventure, so there's that. And I haven't forgotten about the Zapper videos. I totally intend to do more of that this year. I really wanted to have it done this year, which I think I mentioned before. There was a joke when I get these finally done in 2018, which, well, I don't think that's gonna happen either. So anyway, I'm gonna chip away at those. And I also haven't forgot about Game Show Ultra. I hear a lot of comments about that, which is really cool because when I came with that show, oh man, I'm gonna change the game, and then it's kind of meh. So it's cool to hear that you guys are still wanting to see that. And I have an episode that I recorded, what is it now, August of 2015? 2016. August of 2016, I recorded an episode with some friends, and I feel bad friends that recorded that with me that I haven't done anything with it, but I need to figure out a way to make it a watchable video because there's a lot of chaos and I haven't watched it. I just knew while recording it, this is gonna be crazy, so we'll see. Vlog stuff really quick. Just this month I've been trying to work out and eat right, and then I kind of fell off last week as far as working out part goes. Got really busy, but I'm hoping to get back on it next week. Let's talk about pickups. I have one pickups, and that is a good pickup. That's Shadow of the Colossus. Ultimate, we promise it's the last time edition, PS4. This is the third time they've released the game. I own it on PlayStation 2. I started playing it. I got, you know, however many giants in, a colossi in, or whatever, and it turned out that I just couldn't keep going for whatever reason. Picked up another game is probably what usually happens. So I liked the game, I just kind of fell off. I don't know why. Then I picked it up on PS3. I'm like, oh man, HD remake. Yeah, this is the reason, you know, to play through it finally. And I didn't even play it. I think it's probably still in the wrapping. that's how busy I am. But this one I opened up the other night, hoping to do a podcast. By the way, I recorded a podcast, last month, recorded an episode with Johnny Ketchum of Victory Fanfare about God Hand, which should be out any day now, and I'll post it in the description. I'm definitely gonna put it on Twitter, probably be the best way. So follow me on Twitter at Goemon047 for updates on that. Also, the game of the month for us to talk about this month is going to be Shadow of the Colossus, so we're going to talk about that. Really cool. I mean, it's gorgeous. It is a gorgeous game. It is a very cool, moody game. I've enjoyed what I've played so far, but I don't want to talk about it too much because I'll talk about it later. So that brings me to what I've been playing this month. Obviously, Shadow of the Colossus, Quirk, and this game, fantastic game. Goemon's Great Adventure, Nintendo 64. I don't want to start talking about it because I obviously have a ton to say about it. And Mystical Ninja Starring Goemon is my favorite game, but this is kind of the follow-up to it. And it's a very different game, and I have a lot of thoughts on it, a lot of things to say about it, but I'll save that for the review, which I am working on. Hopefully out 2-3 weeks, sometime in March is the goal. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully another video, working on podcast stuff, working on a bunch of stuff. See the links in the description, and that's what I'm talking about. Anyway, have a great month, and I'll see you next month. Pew!